Tom, I understand you gave the lads a couple of days off this week. How have they been since coming back?
Yeah, we did. I think I've banged on enough about what the schedule's been like in the last sort of 9 or 10 weeks, and obviously it culminating in the negative result that we had last Saturday. We felt it was right. It was always in the plan that we were going to give them a couple of days off, and we had the club golf day on the Monday, so they've been rested up, but we've returned to train really well, full of energy, and with 2 games in 3 days, we're going to see a lot of the players used, I would have thought, because like I said, a quick turnaround for the boys. But yeah, the couple of days rest was something we planned quite a long time ago. It was the only period we were going to be able to give them sort of time off. So yeah.
We say day off and rest, but is it really that? Is there an expectation for them to kind of stay a little bit fresh whilst they're off? Or?
Well, I mean, I think people don't understand that rest and sleep is a big part of your preparation and your recovery. So if they don't get the equal measure of both, then they can't, you can't fill the tank up. It's like your car. If you keep running your petrol and don't visit the petrol station, then you're gonna conk out eventually. And I think, 1 or 2 lads have hanging in there in terms of playing through knocks, niggles, possible slight injury. But I think we've got enough numbers back now with the return to training of people like Dejan and Manny. Tyler came back, but he's sort of on the brink of it. When numbers are swelling for the good, which is pleasing at this time of the season. And obviously, we all know what's at the end of the season. I can't imagine anybody wants to be injured other than the lads who are long term and have no chance. The lads with the niggles and the knocks will certainly be, I think, declaring themselves fit fairly quickly.
With this Easter bank holiday schedule, is it one of those that maybe throws things a little out, or is it just a case of we kind of still have the same rest between games and things like that?
Well, the only difference I think this Easter is to previous Easters is we haven't done the sort of 8 or 9 previous midweek games like we have this year. But like I said, that was the whole point of us giving them a little bit more time at home. And obviously, some of them wouldn't have been able to sit still. They'd have been out and doing swimming or gym or biking or whatever it is they do for their active rest. But yeah, this is a time of the season that everybody plays 2 games, so we're in the same boats as everybody else. And we'll be looking to try and take points from both the games.
Previous Saturday's game was obviously not one we want to dwell on too much, but has it been a case of having to watch it back and see what went wrong in that one, or is it a case of maybe just letting that one go and leaving that one behind?
Yeah, move on.
No, fair enough. But looking ahead to tomorrow's game, obviously Sutton we played in the Christmas period, didn't we? Got a very good last-minute equaliser there. Are we confident of getting more than that on this occasion?
Well, it was a game of 2 halves. I remember I wasn't there because I was at home, but I watched the game live feed on my TV. And I remember rightly, I thought they were better in the first half and we were better in the second half, and thought 1-1 draw was probably about the right result. I think they're made up of a very similar DNA to us. If you have a look, I think they're the only team in the division with a younger squad than us. So they've had a real reset since coming out of the EFL, and I think Steve's done a great job. It's not difficult, when you've come out of a division that your fans or certain quarters in the game will expect you to go back. I think they've reassessed, reset, and they've recruited really well, and I think they're a good side. So they themselves wouldn't have been happy with certainly their result last Saturday, as we weren't, and both teams will try and right them wrongs. I mean, I'm proud of the fact that we very rarely, if ever, gone more than 2 games on the spin, losing in the league. So, we're looking for a reaction to our lads, and at the EBB, I can always rely on the fans getting the lads up early doors and out the traps, and that's what we'll be looking to do on Friday, not Saturday.
And of course, Monday, a visit to Woking. I know that's in the future, but it's a derby game, so maybe is this one that we look out at the corner of our eye, or is it still just all focus on the game in front?
No, I won't look at anything to do with Woking. I mean, we saw them obviously 2 weeks ago, and they saw us, so we know basically the DNA of how they play and who they've got, and they're must. So being on each other's doorsteps, I'm sure we've seen a lot of each other throughout the season without realising it. And we'll talk about them after we've dealt with the Sutton United game.